Right, guys, I just filmed this video and yeah, I might put it up. I mean, I'm going to have to, but it's, besides the fact I want to get out a walk today, and it's just going on and on and on, and there's about 1 million stories that I could share. So in case I don't put up that other video, the gist of it was, it's the 22222 portal, and we've got love and acceptance, love is yours, recognise your divine worth, choosing love and thoughts. And I did mention that I saw know your worth. So a lot of twins in the collective are starting to realise their worth and not accept any less. Commander Ashtar means business. It's a call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. So if you want to be treated right by the people around you, make sure you're assessing the situation and doing something about it, you know, like making sure that you are putting the boundaries up where you need to. And that even means with friends. It doesn't mean just people that you're not so fond of. You have to have boundaries with friends as well. That's what Pisces season teaches us, because it's kindness and unconditional love, but it can also be manipulation. You know, it can be where people will butter you up, love bomb you, you know, make you feel special, and then you're like, oh wait a minute, they just got what they wanted because they flattered me, but actually I think they're kind of using me, you know what I mean? It's not as clear cut as that, but a lot of times it is. So let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. But again, let's focus on the kindness, unconditional love. Where do you need to ask for help from people with something? And like I'd said in the other video, if I don't put it up, but I feel I will, it's just that I was going too deep into loads of other stories as well, and it's actually more just the fact I'm getting confused. So I'll tell these other stories, but not all in the one day in one video. But yeah, the point is, a lot of the reason why a lot of twins won't come forward to their actual twin flame, to their divine mirror, is because of past lives where there has been codependency, toxic behaviour. And this can be past life, like with me, where it was like 1 million years ago when I was a teenager. But bear in mind, it did happen right before, and it was happening during. It happened, I was treated, allowed myself to be treated like that by someone right before I met my twin flame. And for all I know, he might be the same, because our lives will mirror a lot. And I do remember he said that he just split up with someone, actually. Like, that was the strange thing. Like, when we met, like, we had both just split up with someone, like, at the exact same time. And I actually think we'd went out with the people for the exact same, because I thought he was talking shit. But anyway, so, and then I realised he was telling the truth. And then actually I think somebody else that knew him was like, no, that's true. I was like, all right, weird. But again, twin flames, mirrors, you mirror each other's lives. Not all the time, like I say, because I've not been in a relationship since, and then he has been in relationships, so that's not mirrored, but you know, that particular bit was. Anyway, because of people going through this, whenever it is in their life, it's harder to ask for help, like, and definitely to ask for help for you, like, just to trust people, basically, is what I'm saying. Because that's the problem, right? A lot of the issues, and again, I don't ever look back and it's been like, oh my god, why didn't I do something about that? Me and him were never ever meant to get together until we were older adults, right? And even at that, people have got free will, so you've just got to do what makes you happy, be with who makes you smile, and trust. That's what this journey is about. But with that being said, what I was about to say there was, what didn't help was, you don't need to be in a relationship with someone to allow yourself to be intimate. You know what I mean? In an ideal world, and now as an adult, yeah, like, I mean, like you say, like, I'm all about sacred sex and sacred sexuality, and you shouldn't be swapping your energies with just anyone. So, and like I say, but I had to experience a bit of that myself growing up, so that I know how horrible it feels. And that's why I shared in that last video that, you know, it doesn't matter, like, if someone's attractive, like, if you've not got that connection with them, the soul connection, you're going to feel like shit. Or if you're as psychic as me, you're going to feel like shit. It's not worth it, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be like that. I want to allow myself to spend time with someone like that when I know that they like all of me, you know, not just the way that I look and try to get my pants, basically. Right, so basically, so what I'm saying is, because of the trust issues that I had with the one before, and basically any sort of guy that I'd be involved with, but really it was just that one, because he wouldn't, you know, even when I wasn't with him, he wouldn't let me near anyone, and I obeyed. Like, I even remember, like, I'm not even kidding, like, once in a club, right, his friends cornered me, and were like, they were actually coming on, I'm not gonna lie, they were actually coming on to me, right, but it was the same guys that, and I mean in a big way, but it was the same guys that had spread all these rumours about me, calling me this, that, and everything, but nobody would ever believe them, because they knew that I was a fucking angel, and how much, like, I was mad about their friend. And like I say, that is why my twin flame to me will always be that bright light in my life that came along. And although other people that know the connection between us, is what I'll say, because there's people that know about what we were like with each other on both sides of our lives, the people that really know, know that, see what I mean? I just get lost for words. Yeah, I can only just sort of say that I look back at those times in my life, and I just think, thank God I had those times with him. Like, even if I don't ever get that again, like, those were the happy, they were, it's like that card, is that going to come out? They were and always will be the happiest times of my life. Like, because of that other guy that was trying to control me and head fuck me, and I'm actually amazed that, well, yeah, actually, maybe fuck it, I've shared this much. So when I eventually got over this other one, it was years after, so I'd known my twin flame for years at this point, right? And again, that makes it sound like I'm dating two guys at the same time or something. That's what it was like back then, right? Remember, I'm nearly 40. It's... That one lived away. Like, he lived away, and was probably, well, not probably, definitely sowing his wild oats. But I was quite naive, but kind of, you know, always telling me that he loved me and that we were going to be together and all this kind of pish, right? And I just fell for it all. And I know that that is what happens to a lot of my clients, people I work with, because you want to be sold the love story. So that's why I have a lot of time for when people... You've got to be very careful with the twin flame thing, that you're not just somebody that's heard about twin flames and you want that, because then you could probably definitely make the mistake of making that person your twin flame. And that's why I'm sharing, that's why I get that this is important for me to share this, that my twin flame was the person that made me feel free and happy and just always put a smile on my face for many different reasons. And it's just, but he was like a dream, that's what I'm saying. He was like a fucking dream to me. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if he says the same about me. But again, I can't speak for him. Is that it was like, I just felt grateful. This is so bad, but it's true. I'm just going to be honest. I felt so grateful that I was even getting to spend the amount of time that I was getting to spend with him, and that after a night out, when he could have called whoever in his phone book, because, like I say, each to their own, but he's a very good looking guy, and I hope that he's been told that over the years when I've not been in his life, but he is a very good looking guy. And it's like, and yeah, a lot of the time he would choose me at that point, and I was just like, why? Like, you mean, I was genuinely confused. Like, I just didn't have any self-love, didn't have any confidence. And that's why I started reading Louise Hay at the age of 19 and everything. And that's why I'm a self-love teacher, because I literally, like, spent all this time learning to love myself. And I've been in that place of feeling unworthy. And then I was in it again in my dark night of the soul, like, you know, years ago as well. So I get it, is basically what I'm saying. But And then by the time I got to being in that place of loving myself enough unconditionally, I also saw how I pushed him away. But again, the proud part of me, but it doesn't matter because he didn't want to be my boyfriend anyway. And then even when I remotely hinted at liking him, because again, I wasn't one of these people that, in a way I suppose I did, but no, it's like I didn't confess my undying love, do you know what I'm saying? I didn't. I just put the feelers out there, but I done it in a very confusing way, to be fair. But what I'm saying is all these details, look at this, right? Assess the situation. They matter and they don't matter. It was all to keep us apart. It was all divinely orchestrated, the divine director, to keep us apart. Intervention purpose. Divine interventions occurring. Know that you're being guided. Happiness is your purpose. And I wouldn't have been truly happy if I hadn't have followed my path as a healer. Someone pulled me these cards literally recently. Hilarion, divine healing. Honour your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. I wouldn't have been able to support others with that light if I'd got together with him as a teenager and stayed with him, because we would have, like, again, I can't even finish that sentence. It wouldn't have worked, basically, is what I'm going to say. It was never meant to happen, right? That's the point. But twin flames provide a lot of healing, right? I'm going to stop because it's just going into all these stories and then I just get all confused. Right, what else do we need to know? Please just stay out of my stories for now. Recognition. The divine will help you recognise signs and miracles, yeah, but then along your path, you'll start to, if you're a true twin flame, you will start to, even if you haven't seen them for years, you'll see their name everywhere, you'll see their surname, people will bring them up to you. If it's not at the really awkward bit, again, you might just find that you go somewhere random and you see them. Like, there was once I actually went to another city for one night, and it was really weird because my dad actually said to me, and again, at this point, this was when I was like proper, like, I had it bad, right? And everybody knew. But it's when you're in that place, it's like you can, like, that's like an addiction. You know, that talks about that. It is. It's like, but I wasn't in the way that, like, I was chasing him at all. Like, you know, like, I wasn't texting him, I wasn't calling him, I wasn't even doing that when we were mad about each other. None of this weird shit was going on. Like I'm saying, it was him always at me, which can't have actually felt very nice, you know. Like, I'm pretty sure he probably, yeah, anyway, but it's because I was so shy. But in my defence, on this particular night, my dad, you know, had said to me, oh, what if such and such is there? Like, meaning my twin flame. Because I can't remember what I said, right? But I said something like, oh, I think I said I just want to get away and have a good night. And because at this point I was really heartbroken. Like, I was really heartbroken over him. Just that we weren't in each other. Yeah, just that we weren't talking. It was just a weird energy. And like you say, he wasn't actually even with anyone at this point. We're both single, so that kind of made it worse. It was like, why aren't we hanging out anymore? But it was because this big elephant in the room of the feels was in the way. And anyway, long story short, went away to this other city. My dad said, yeah, what if such and such is there? And I was like, Dad, don't say that. I'm only going for one night. And I thought, see, my dad said it, I thought, I bet he's going to fucking be there. And yep, not kidding. Like, it is like out that film that I haven't seen. The first fucking bar we went to, or whatever, one of them, but I think it was the first bar we went to, he was there. He was there. So that's all I'm going to say. And it was like, yeah, gobsmacked. I was like, what is this shit? It's not my birthday. Why is this happening? Like, but it's happening because it's divinely directed to happen. It's to get the twins to be like, that's weird. I'm only here for one night. There's millions of bars, clubs in that city, because it was Newcastle. Why have I bumped into them? 1414. It's because it makes you think about it. Anyway, respect your relationships. But because I respected that it was awkward, right? Because I couldn't hide how I felt about him. I couldn't hide. That's the thing. I was about to say I didn't want to, but I did want to hide how I felt about him. And I didn't want to feel that way. But I couldn't hide it, basically. And I even kind of made a joke about that. Like, when we hugged, when I saw him, I introduced him to one of my best friends he hadn't met. And again, it's just because she didn't go out very much, because I'd known him by years at this point. And I was just kind of like, oh, this is such and such. I was like, she has absolutely no idea who you are. And then we both just started laughing because we knew I was meaning, like, yeah, she knows exactly who you are. And then anyway, we hugged, right? And he hugged me and he was like, are you alright? And I was just kind of like, yeah, are you alright? And it was like, but I remember, like, it was like we were kind of shaking, but I don't think shaking because of scared. I think it was like the weird kind of energy that goes on between twin flames. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. No matter how weird and awkward it gets, there should be the respect there. And if there's not, just please make sure you're not in something like that, okay? Right. Because I'm not perfect, my twin flame's not perfect, but apart from when it got really awkward and weird, because there are definitely things that we will need to talk about. Yeah, he's the kindest, most sweetest, amazing person ever. Because that's me as well. And that's why I share the love. And that's why he's the kind of guy, unless it's like people are jail, that people would be like, oh yeah, I love that guy. Or you know what I mean? It's kind of like, well, actually, people would say other shit too. Anyway, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like, he's got a fun energy about it. I don't fucking know him anymore. But what I'm saying, is, it's like, he was popular. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's kind of like, right, I've noticed, right, I'm just going to be honest here, it's kind of like the way that I am now, the way that people are like, oh, Claire, and you know, like, that's how it felt like people were like with him when we were younger. And I was popular with my friends and guys, like, you know, but I was very shy at school. Anyway, I'm not going into my whole history, but it kind of feels like that's what I notice for me now. It's like people are drawn to me in that way. Maybe it doesn't happen to him as much now, I don't know. But that's what was when we were like, we need to let each other go, it doesn't feel good enough. It was my fault, but I blamed you. See, this is why the story needs to be told. I'm afraid to contact you, that one again, but I'm like, this is scrambling my head this much, I can't even share this. What tarot card have we got today? Truth. Speaking your truth, and it's what I'm doing right now. And it's difficult because of the gossip and the drama. Fucking hell. But it's my truth. And when I share my truth, prosperity comes my way. But also the tower, not just my way, his way, but I feel that's coming anyway. Because it's about this. It's about the partnership and the love and the responsibility that we have to spread that healing light in the world. Right, I'm going to end there and I'll decide what I do with this later. Activity. Defense. Crossroads. And look at me, I'm in limbo. I'm in limbo about, do I publish this or where do I put it? Do I keep this for Patreon? Do I put it on the YouTube? I'm going to ask my guides. Because there's a death happening, there's an ending, a transformation, not literal death, it's just there's a transformation, a death of an old situation for opportunities to come in. Right, I'm going to end it here.